Hello, welcome back to whatever this is. Thoughts with Gabby on marketing stuff. I guess that's the best way to put it. I just want to talk to you today a little bit about authenticity when presenting your brand on the internet. Because I have a lot of thoughts about it. And it's actually funny just because I've already recorded this video, and if you've been watching the other videos, or even my Instagram, you'll know that I only record these videos at night. And so the issue I was running into is that they were all really poorly lit. And this isn't better. This isn't better lighting. It's just in my bedroom. And so there's an actual light on the roof, the ceiling, instead of me being lit by a desk lamp at my desk in my office, which is also my living room. So I set this up, and originally I had my beautiful paintings in the background, and it wasn't a great setup. And so the entire time, I obviously talk with my hands a lot, so the entire time the video was shaky, and I thought, I can't put this on the internet. But it's a really great example of what we're talking about today. Because I want to talk to you about presenting your brand very authentically, while also being real and putting good content out there and having it be mildly polished enough to present to the world and show a version of yourself that you're proud of. So with that being said, that's taken me 2 minutes just to tell you what we're talking about today. So this is going very well. But it's just one of those things. So I think there's nothing that you can do for your brand better than be relatable and connect with people, not on the side of things where you're like, I'm perfect, my life is perfect, my business is perfect, look at me. Because while there are going to be people out there who aspire to that and thus follow you, there are going to be so many other people out there that you could connect with who you're not connecting with because you're not telling them your authentic story. And no one's story, maybe someone's story out there, is I started a business, it worked perfectly overnight, I never had a single financial issue, I never had a single issue with any of my employees, I never had a single issue with any of my clients, everything's perfect. I'm sure there's one person out there who's like that. But for the majority of the people, the majority of the time, that's not what they're experiencing. And when we're looking at social media, we're looking at presenting to the world, we want to showcase, obviously, the best version of ourselves while still being real and still being authentic. And authenticity, I get it, keeps coming up. But still being authentic and still telling people what's really going on with your life. And I think that's something that I'm just so cognizant of when we're looking at what's happening on social media. I am the first person, anytime someone compliments me, and I recognize that this isn't the best way to do it, but literally anytime someone compliments me on how GD Commerce is going or how I appear on social media, the first thing I do is tell them a behind the scenes story. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you're saying. It makes me feel great about myself. Just so you know, this crazy thing happened this week. Just so you know, this is something that you're not seeing. And I think that probably showcases that I'm myself not practicing what I preach and not presenting enough of the struggle on social media. And I think, so I get it. It's hard. It's very hard because especially in the situations where you're having an issue, maybe with a client or an employee, whatever, you don't want to be broadcasting that on social media, right? So I recognize that that's not going to be the best way to go about it. So what I personally do is I make sure that some of our posts are super positive. And even today, I shared a post, one of our quotes was Jada Pinkett Smith, and she's like, sometimes I need a rest day. And I can't be superwoman every day, essentially. And I connected with that. And it wasn't that I was feeling like I wasn't Superwoman today. But I've had days where I felt like that. And I think that if you showcase those parts of yourself, at least you're being a bit more authentic, and at least you're showcasing a spectrum of how you feel and what you're experiencing and what your business actually looks like. So back to what I was saying, yeah, if somebody gives me a compliment and they suggest, oh, your life looks so great on social media, it is a highlight reel. Everyone says this. This is not a new thought. This is not an original concept. It is a highlight reel. No one is going to post their worst moments on social media, on Instagram. If they do, we're looking at a very different situation here. And so I'm not suggesting that you say, oh my God, my life is so hard, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. I get that at the end of the day, social media is still to promote your brand, and that's fine. You want to promote yourself, you want to promote your brand, you want to make it look great. But at the end of the day, we also want to be relatable, and we also want to focus on things that connect one another. And if I go around and I just talk about how great GD Commerce is doing 100% of the time, no one is going to connect with that. And even, if you know me in real life, you'll know that I'm a decently funny human. And I think what's also, any comedian, I'm not a comedian, but any comedian will tell you that self-deprecating humor is what gets all the laughs, right? Because people get it. You talk poorly about yourself. You talk about the thoughts that you have about yourself that are negative, and other people get that because they can connect with that. There's always somebody out there who can connect with that, right? Because we've all experienced that. So if you're just always talking about things that are perfect, people might be jealous, they might aspire to be just like you, but that's not you. So just something to keep in mind when you're posting about stuff on social media. And when you're posting about stuff online, just be authentic. Be you. Showcase the whole you. You don't have to be a comedian. You don't have to be self-deprecating. But you do have to include a full range. Anyway, if you like this video, like, subscribe. You want to get more videos from me, there's a little bell. You can click that and get notifications when I do post a video. Otherwise, thank you so much for supporting me and watching this video. Hope you have a great day. Bye!